Hey, what's up you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Lydia, and if you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Try and do movements at the same time. If you're new, subscribe. That's what I'm trying to say. And turn notifications on so you don't miss an upload. I post daily, but I post at different times some days. I post extra videos, I post shorts. If you want to be notified when I upload, then turn notifications on. And while you're down there, give me a thumbs up because I'm cute. But yeah, I'm cute. I know I'm not, but had to try. Had to try. Today we're talking about Venlafaxine extended release. This is an antidepressant that I used to take and I took it for about 5 years. So I have some pretty good experience on this antidepressant. But first, let's roll the intro and wait for the siren to pass. I'm wearing pyjamas, by the way. They show my belly. Speaking of my belly, I lost weight. I officially hit 55 kilograms today. How amazing is that? Now, I've been trying to get around 55 kilograms for the last 2 years. And I finally hit the weight that I want to be. I don't want to carry on losing weight. I'm happy at this weight. I want to maintain it. But yes, today we're talking about Venlafaxine, the extended release. I'm not going to say extended release every time I say Venlafaxine. So just to reiterate, this is Venlafaxine extended release. I've only ever once taken standard release and it made me suicidal. So we don't talk about standard release. So I started taking Venlafaxine when I first moved to London, which was 2018, so 7 years ago. No wait, I was on it in Preston. 2017. So 8 years. Honestly, my experience on Venlafaxine was mixed. I don't think it's a bad medication. I wouldn't go back on it personally, but nothing. Well, it did send me manic to begin with. Let's start with that. When I first started taking Venlafaxine, it sent me manic. And when I say manic, I mean manic. I was so hyperactive. I was jumping from one thing to the next. I was writing things in Spanish. It's like someone switched on a switch and I suddenly had all this energy. I wanted to do everything, I wanted to be everywhere, I wanted to experience things. You know, I just didn't quite know where to stop, and I turned my wall into a collage of notes that there was a conspiracy against me, and whole lot of energy went into that. I genuinely believe I was part of a computer simulation, and I did loads of research on my laptop. I've still got the files on my laptop, well, my hard drive now, but I got so scared that I was being spied on by the government that I wrote things in different languages on my wall, on paper on the wall, not on the wall, but on paper. I still have all of that. It's in my old folders at my mum's. So if that's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments down below and we'll go through my manic artwork. This episode lasted for around 2 weeks. It made me extremely paranoid. I'd say borderline psychotic with delusions. I wasn't hallucinating at that point, but it was a scary time in my life. But yeah, when I first started taking it, it sent me manic. Then after the mania, I hit a suicide point. I was suicidal, and my antidepressant didn't really work on that. It kept my anxiety down, which was one of the main reasons I was prescribed an antidepressant. It was because of my anxiety, not my depression. And at that point I hadn't yet been diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Or had I? I must have, because I got diagnosed in Telford. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. I wasn't receiving any support. And I made an attempt on my life by overdosing on Venlafaxine, and that was not pleasant. Because after an overdose, you go into withdrawal from the high levels of what you took. So for me, I was in withdrawal from Venlafaxine, and Venlafaxine is a brutal medication, which at the best of times, if you miss a dose, it's brutal, you know about it. And when you know about something like that, it was brutal, is what I'm gonna say. Brutal as fuck. But then things kind of cheered up a bit. I was doing okay. I was potentially being discharged from mental health services. And that's when psychosis set in. So I was put onto an antipsychotic called olanzapine. And that made me paranoid, it made me psychotic, it was not good, it made me very unwell, it made me start thinking about all these theories again, and I got sectioned. Because I was so scared of people spying on me, I decided that ending my life was a better alternative than living in a life where I'm spied on. So I made an attempt on my life. Police found me, they took me to A&E, and in A&E I was sectioned. And rather than realising, oh, the antidepressant might not be working, they increased the antidepressant dose. Do I need to confirm what happened next? Oh yes, you heard me. Hypermania. I went into a hypermanic episode, and rather than realising that I was hypermanic, what did the hospital do? They discharged me, saying, oh, you're all better. Ah! Brain cells, where? And then I dipped into depression again and got very suicidal, and I was suicidal for months on end, and I made multiple attempts on my life. Some of them landed me in hospital, others I didn't seek help for. If you do overdose or you do attempt suicide, always go to A&E to make sure there's no lasting damage. Because a lot of the time when you attempt suicide, you regret it after, and I just recommend seeking support. If you're going to attempt suicide, it doesn't work, go seek support. Don't be afraid of getting sectioned. If you get sectioned, it helps you. They will always try and get you to go into hospital voluntarily first. So yeah. But my experience on Venlafaxine was mixed. It did help a bit. My mood was higher for a bit. Quite higher. Not talking about the mania or hypermania or the suicidality. In between them bits, I was stable. I was good. You know? It wasn't scary, it wasn't dangerous. It was normal. And I hate using that word because what the fuck does normal mean? But I was at a normal range. I was just like an average person. And then I moved to London. I was still on Venlafaxine. I was on it until I went into hospital 4 years ago. And that's where it got switched to vortioxetine, which I've done a video talking about vortioxetine. If you want me to make an update on vortioxetine, let me know in the comments down below. But I was on Venlafaxine for a long time. It's the longest time I've been on any medication. And it did help until it made me too suicidal to be in the community. I do believe that Venlafaxine contributed to my suicidal thoughts. I don't think it helped them. Because I'm going to admit something now that I never thought I'd admit. In 2021, I actually stopped taking it as an antidepressant. I started stockpiling the pills, and I put them into a plastic wallet and hid that. Either with the intention of it stopping the suicidal thoughts and things being okay, or me overdosing on all the Venlafaxine that I saved. And when I stopped taking it, the suicidal thoughts did stop. And things was good for a little while, and I functioned in society for a little while, and I was good until I moved to Brighton, and then the medication I was discharged on was haloperidol, Venlafaxine, diazepam, clonazepam, lorazepam, zopiclone. So I was on a cocktail of meds that I took. And then I just stopped taking all of them, and I made a pretty serious attempt on my life. I'm not gonna lie, it was. If I hadn't been taken to hospital, I would have died. It was a serious attempt, and I think that's when doctors realised, oh shit, she's actually gonna end up dead if we don't intervene. And if you want me to talk about that experience, let me know in the comments down below, and I will. Thank you for watching this video, and if you have any questions, please comment it down below. If you've got any video ideas, comment them down below. If you've got anything you want to contribute to this, or you've had an experience with Venlafaxine, let me know in the comments down below. Basically, comment down below anything you want to tell me. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Peace.